This is a huge question. This is way more common than you would even imagine, or maybe you understand that it's imagined because it's something you struggle with so much. So, being funny, right? Okay, there's always take improv classes, go do stand-up comedy, like dedicate this huge portion of your life to learning to be funnier. I don't know, man. I don't think you necessarily need to do all of that. So being funny comes down to, what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to tell you like the two components of being funny. And then I'm going to give you an extremely practical, like the most practical, like when you go fucking day game right after our call right now, the most practical tip that you can use to be funny. Hey man, I just got to slide in here real quick and let you know that all of my students are absolutely crushing it using my brand new program, Panty Soaking Text. This is the first program on the market that allows you to actually look over my shoulder, and I also brought on other coaches, and what we do is we break down Hinge game, Tinder game, cold approach pickup, all of our text messages screen recorded and actually broken down for you. All you have to do from now on when you're texting women is just watch these videos and steal our lines. It's all available for you over at pantysoakingtext.com. Go sign up right now. The price is going to go up very, very soon. Okay? So it comes down to two things. One, improvisation skills, and two, being relaxed. So think about a job interview where you walk in and you're really nervous. All right. Well, if you're just going in and you're shaky and, yes, Mr. Simon, I'm really looking forward to this promotion. Dude, you ain't gonna fucking make a joke about Mr. Simon's kid's photo that's on his desk, right? You're not gonna make a joke about that. You're not gonna be lighthearted. You're not gonna be able to improvise because you're not relaxed. In the most tense situations, you can't improvise. So one, you have to work on being able to be a better improviser. One of the big tips I always give for guys is I say, look at an object in your house and create an insane story for that object. So you see a chair that's just sitting over in the corner of the chair of your room, and you say, that chair right there, that chair looks a little bit new, but in fact, it was actually crafted in 1918 by Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, he had risen from the dead, and he had actually handcrafted that chair. And right after he handcrafted that chair, then the Depression happened. And when the Depression happened, there was a lot of big bankers that they actually killed themselves during the Depression. And so John D. Rockefeller himself, he actually used that chair to kick out from under him and hang himself. So just make up ridiculous fucking stories that are not true, and then when you're just trying to improvise about your own truth, aka this thing that came up, your friend that actually went to that school that you can now talk about, the fact that she said she's a nurse and now you ask if she's got the plug on ketamine, whatever, right? The truth now becomes easier to improvise on. And then I'm not gonna rant, you get it about being relaxed, right? Meditate, maybe don't drink so much caffeine, focus on all these other aspects we always talk about. I'm not gonna rant to you about being super relaxed, but you get the point. Now, the very practical, the utmost, most practical tip for you to be funny in your conversations, cold reading. Cold reading. Yes, so boring conversation here, okay? Boring conversation here. So, that's cool that you live here. I live here too. Do you do things for fun? Oh, that's really cool that you do that for fun. Where do you work? Chipotle? So you're having this boring conversation, right? So do you live around here? Yeah, I just live right over in downtown. Okay, cool. How long have you lived here? I've lived here about 7 years. Where do you work? Chipotle? Why do you think that I work at Chipotle? I was just getting a Chipotle vibe. No, I don't work at Chipotle. I'm a nurse. Do you see that? Do you see boring? Cold read. Guess what they do. Okay, just take a guess at what they do. Why would you think that? And now it makes it fun. Now it makes it interesting. You can do this about so many things. So instead of even saying, what do you do for fun? You can guess one extreme or another. So you say, what do you do for fun? You just kind of sit at home all weekend and read books? I mean, I wouldn't say that I just sit at home. Okay, I don't know. I kind of got like a nerdy vibe from you, right? That's now fun. That's more fun than what do you do for fun? No one likes to be asked that. I watch like a lot of shows and I hang out with friends sometimes. That's what everyone does for fucking fun. So nobody likes being asked that. So instead you cold read it. And the other extreme, other than the bookworm one, is going, so what do you do for fun? You just kind of go get blacked out 4 nights a week or what? I mean, yeah, I like to drink, but I wouldn't say I do it 4 nights a week. What? Oh, I don't know. You just seem like a pretty, kind of seem like a crazy party girl. Why do I seem like a crazy? It's fun now. It's fucking fun, right? So instead of always asking things, guess them. Cold read. Take a wild guess. If you're wrong, it's not weird. Guys are so afraid of being wrong that they don't cold read, but it's the easiest, simplest way to be funny and to spice up any fucking conversation.